All right, we're back for book number 28.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two of them that are available on your list.
Yeah. So
Which ones are they? And then I'll decide.
Yeah. So one of them is like a thriller, and one of them is a horror.
Okay.
So
What are
the
they called?
first one is These Silent Woods by Kimi Cunningham Grant.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically just about a family who lives in the, how do you say it?
Appalachian.
Yeah, I don't know how you say it. But it's father and his daughter, and yeah, basically it's just.
Okay, so what's the second one?
Yeah, sounds interesting. Where is it? My list is like so long. Oh my god. The second one, that's the author, not the book. The second one is Final Girls by Riley Sager. Yeah, that's basically just about a group of girls who are all final girls. They've all been in tragic homicides, and basically another killer comes back to basically start killing each final girl.
I'm going to choose the first one.
First one, the one in the woods?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the one that you're going to get.
Okay, These Silent Woods.
These Silent Woods.
By Kimi Cunningham Grant.
Didn't you already say that you read The Knock at the Cabin?
Yes.
What one was that? Was it on the list?
The Cabin at the End of the World.
Oh, so did you read it separately from this one's?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why.
Okay.
What's wrong, Bo?
He's just like he couldn't breathe.
Had another nightmare?
Okay. Okay. This is the cover. I'm gonna borrow it. Whoa. They're trying to lick me.
These Silent Woods. All right, man. You know what it reminds me of? That movie that we watched that was by the daughter of M. Night Shyamalan?
The Watchers?
The Watchers.
That movie's so good.
It is very good.
Okay. So I wouldn't have found out about this book if it wasn't for a YouTuber that I watch. Because she did this video where her and her husband went camping, and she basically decided to read all horror books at night. All that horror and thriller and all that.
While they were camping?
And so she got scared and started cuddling with her dog.
And that was one of the books that she read?
Mm-hmm. And it did not help because they were in the woods.
Yeah. All right. So how many hours is that one?
This one is 8 hours. The other one was 12 hours.
So you already checked it out?
Yeah. This one will probably take me like, I think 2 days. Because it takes me like 5 to 6 hours. Takes me about a night.
Okay.
So.
All right. There you go. We shall see you. Let's get this done. He's done with book 28.
Wow. Okay. Rude.
Tell us about it.
So, I went into this thinking it was a thriller because it's labeled a thriller. It's not really a thriller, it's more like a suspense. So basically, we follow Cooper and Finch, a father and daughter who have been living isolated middle of nowhere in the Appalachian Mountains, and they only are in contact with 3 people. There is Scotland, who is their old neighbor, who's kind of creepy. There is Jake, who is Cooper's old army friend, because Cooper used to be a soldier. And then there is Marie, who's Jake's sister, who comes to visit them halfway through the book. And basically, it's very, very slow paced. Like, literally the action doesn't get started until like the end of the book. So very slow paced. But basically they've been living there for 8 years, and Finch is like 8 or 9 years old, so that's all she knows is living in the middle of nowhere. Anytime he goes out, Scotland watches her, or when he takes her with her, she has to like be kept down in the back of the seat. Like he's always like, stay down, because he doesn't want her being seen. Because basically, big spoiler. So if you don't want spoilers, I'm about to spoil a big thing.
Spoiler alert.
Yes. I'm about to spoil a big thing for why they're out there in the first place. He kidnapped his daughter. So she is his daughter, but basically, when she was a baby, him and his wife got into a car accident where they hit a deer. The deer went through the windshield, killing his wife. And 11 days, this part pissed me off so bad. 11 days after his wife died, CPS got involved because they said he wasn't fit father. Not only is he struggling to take care of his newborn child, he is also grieving the loss of his wife. Let him have some time. So basically, they take him away and put him with her grandparents, who are her mom's parents. Her mom's parents do not like Cooper because he's atheist and they're really religious.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, he kidnaps her from the parents when she's a baby, goes up to the Appalachian Mountains, off the grid. Like I said, only 3 people know they're even there. And basically, Jake stops showing up. And this is when things kind of start getting a bit. So Jake stops showing up, and so Cooper's like, great, now I actually have to go shopping because winter's coming. Because Jake will come up, bring them food and supplies for the winter. He only comes up once a year. Maria had never come up before, but because Jake stopped coming, she eventually comes up, gets stuck with them because of the winter. There's a little bit of romance, which I understand because Cooper's been in isolation for 8 years and his wife is dead, and so eventually he just kind of starts falling for Marie. But it does kind of throw you off a bit, so that's weird. Anyways, basically there is this girl who is missing, and the last known place she was seen was taking a picture of a father and daughter at a cabin, and that was Cooper and Finch. And then police are looking for her. They don't know that Cooper and Finch are up there, obviously. And eventually Finch finds some things.
Mm-hmm.
So, and there's a lot. Towards the end, it's just a lot. Like, a whole bunch of stuff gets revealed. It's not a super big plot twist. I've heard a lot of people just say, like, oh my god, the plot twist is so shocking and all this stuff, but honestly, it wasn't even really that shocking. And it's a little confusing for some people. Like, even I kind of had to look it up. Like, it wasn't too confusing, but it was slightly a bit. Because basically Scotland took the blame for the murder when it was the girl's boyfriend who murdered her. Again, spoiler. So yeah, and then the epilogue. So the whole book is from Cooper's perspective, and then the epilogue takes place like, I want to say 12, 13 years later, and it's Finch's perspective. And like, eventually when she's 16, she goes into the public for the first time ever, moves in with her grandparents, still visits her father. Because the epilogue basically starts with her going back up to the cabin after 12 to 15 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's an adult now. But yeah, it was good. It was very, very slow paced though. Like,
What do you give it?
Probably 4 stars.
Out of 10? Out of 5?
Out of 5.
Oh, then you enjoyed it. So, is there a movie out of it?
No.
No, not yet.
Not yet. It would be a good movie. I saw a lot of people say it kind of reminds them of Knock at the Cabin,
Mm-hmm.
which is also The Cabin at the End of the World,
Yeah.
which is the book. Because, I mean, although that book is more like, oh, it's the end of the world. It's the fact that it's these two families who are both in cabins in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, and then there's this threat that comes along in the cabin at the end of the world. It's the four people, but in these silent woods, it's this threat of Cooper's past being revealed, not only to Finch, but in general, and him potentially getting arrested, and him getting blamed for this woman's murder and all this stuff. But so.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
there you go.